I hope you're all alright. Right, come on, really quickly, I'm going to show you my Roladex that I have made for my swap, which is going to Rachel Hart. So Rachel, if you've clicked on this video before you've received it, you can't watch, so don't look. Go feed cat. Right, now I did put a video up showing you how to very basically construct this Roladex, and I was going to do process videos, but what happened was that's what my husband always says when he's about to like stretch the truth. He'll go, what happened was I started I got right into it and I forgot to film it. So I've kind of finished and I haven't done any in-between videos, so I'll just do a talk through. I've shown you how to very basically construct it, and I did leave a link to another lady who I followed who also shows you how to basically construct it. Once you've constructed it, which I did show you, it's all just down to decorating it however you want. So I'm just going to, I've got my camera up a bit, I'm just going to lower my camera down and show you what I've made. So Rachel, go on, go and make a cup of tea. She can't look yet. I'm just going to move you. Won't be a minute. Just put you a bit lower down. Lift you up like that. And here we are. Here's my Roladex that I finished. I'm just going to take my bracelets off because they're annoying me, to be honest, bashing on the table. Oh dear, I've just been to town to get some lace for Carol McClure. And I've got to get this in the post and I've got to go to work, so it's going to be a rushed video. I am sorry. So this is what I've made. So I showed you how to construct it very basically, and I did cut the sides down. It had like an extension on each side where the cover of the book was, and I reinforced it with card underneath, and then I trimmed it all to the same size as where the pages went to. Now I did find it quite difficult putting these side pieces on, so what I ended up doing was, after I glued those on, because you meant to hot glue them, I did cover them with this paper first as well, but only on one side. I didn't do it on the other side because you can't see it. So I glued those on, but I wasn't totally happy. I had a bit of a gap down here, so I then cut two strips about that wide, about an inch of thick card, and I hot glued that across. Okay, so then I had like a frame with the semicircle and a wooden strip, cardboard strip across there, plain, which I did also decorate with this paper. And then I still wasn't happy. It didn't feel solid. It felt a bit, it just felt like it needed some extra. So what I did then was I wrapped it all the way around here and underneath here with what was it I used? I'll show you what I used. And I just did it because I just felt it needed a bit of extra something. Perhaps if I'd constructed it out of a book that had a hard cover instead of a soft cover, first of all, that may have helped. And perhaps I should have made these out of chipboard instead of just card. So if I was to do it again, that's what I'd do. I would use a hard-backed notebook to construct it, and I would use thicker card for the sides just to help give it the firmness. So because it didn't have the firmness, I wrapped this all the way around, which is just bias binding that I use in my sewing when I'm doing my banners. And what I did was I wrapped that all the way around there, so it overlapped, it held this and it overlapped the pages here, just to give it a bit of structure. So the pages actually come to about there. So I've constructed on the top of the pages just to hold it all together, or else it were a bit flimsy. So I wrapped that and I wrapped it all the way around, and then I glued it. And then to disguise that, because that stuff's not very pretty, but it's solid, it's nice and solid is that stuff, I then covered it with ribbon. And then I felt like it was a solid structure and it wasn't, squishy squashy. So then I did put some feet on the bottom, and I ran some pearl beads all the way around. They're just strand beads, those. And then these are the little, I've just bought these from Craft Fairy, and I put one on that side as well. And then I ran this lovely trim that I got from a seller on Etsy all the way around there. I stopped there. I didn't go all the way under there because I didn't want to waste it, you know. So I stopped there and I put this trim on, this lovely, it's a lovely pink trim that I get from a chap that I get it from locally. And then I put a little butterfly on, and that's where I stopped, and I put one on that side, and that's where I stopped. And then I just thought it looked really pretty, but it just needed something special, so I decided to do a floral display on the corner. So that's what I've done. So I've used, this is just foam roses here. I started with those 3 and then I just built up and built up. And if you can see, I got these from Craft Fairy. And I've just been practising my floral arrangements, listening to what Fiona says, where you start with a middle flower, a focus flower, and build around it. And I'm quite symmetrical, so it helps me if whatever I do on one side, I mirror image it at the other side, and then that way I get a nice balanced display, and that's how I do it. So see how I've got like these 2 little paper buds here, then I've put them there as well, and it just helps me do my floral displays. And some lovely lilies, I do like using them, and I love these that I got from Craft Fairy. They're wild orchids, and these as well, these lovely little fillers. And then I put some of my little ceramic leaves in, dotted about, that Amanda Nash gifted me. I do like using those in my flower displays. They just add different. It's just different textures, isn't it? And then I made these little tags, which is out of the paper line that this is, and you get like, I don't know if I've got any to hand. No, I haven't. I put it all away. In with the paper line, you get it's a 6x6 pad, and you get a 6x6 sheet of like these little tags to cut out. So I've cut some out, and then I've used these little pegs that Becky gifted me, and just stuck little doodads on, and I've just put them in randomly. And she can use those as like subject dividers. That were my plan. And they look pretty as well. And another thing that I did do was I did very gently and very lightly, you can only just see it, I used spun sugar distress ink on the edge of I just got the pad and rubbed it over the edges. Okay, so that's, and then I've made her, in with a package, I'm going to put these that I've made her. So that's the Roladex, okay, and then I've made her these of varying sizes, just little cards. I just used pink card, and I just punched the edges with a fancy edge punch, and I'll package them up nice, and you can use them as little notelets, you know, to put in, because at the end of the day that's the whole idea of a Roladex, is to put your little notes in. So she could write, you know, addresses, or she can write, I don't know, she could use it for Etsy suppliers where she gets her stuff from, whatever you want to use it for. So I made her a bunch of little stationery to go with it. So there you go. So that is what it looks like when it's finished. I struggled, like I said, I did struggle with it technically, because I should have used some thicker. Use the thickest, strongest substance that you can find to hand for the side panels, and put a strip across there as well, just to help firm it up. And when you are constructing it, overlap onto the pages, because it helps hold them in. Yeah? So the book, like I say, probably starts about there. Well, it starts to where the edge of this is, because that's pressed right up against the pages. So that much of the pages is covered over. But that helps give it structure and makes it firm. So that's what you need to do if you're making one. And then obviously you can decorate them how you want. I did think about putting drawers underneath it, which would be a lovely idea, but I ran out of time because I was already late on this swap, so I've not done that. But I think that's really pretty. Hopefully she'll like it. I don't know what. I wouldn't necessarily put it in a grouping of shabby. She's not a shabby chic. I wouldn't put it in a group of shabby chic or anything like that. It's just pretty, you know, and it's just Amanda style. It's not meant to be into any specific genre. Okay, so there you go. Right, ladies, any questions on how to do them, feel free to ask. I do apologise that I didn't completely do the full process videos, but like I say, I just got carried away and I forgot. So there you go. Right, ladies, I'm going to go, so I've got to go to work. Thanks for watching. See you soon.